Today we're going to be continuing Mario and Luigi Dream Team, which I did just glance at a walkthrough just to see the segment that is upcoming, so I could title the stream appropriately. Which apparently we're going to be going to a desert following this, which I do remember some of, so I definitely played through some of that. Oh, there's a real dope area coming up soon? Okay, sick. Right, so we're going into Luigi's dream world again, or I guess the dream world that Luigi can access, to get Eldream the Elder, who I guess is going to give us more info on how to get Peach, and we'll get more info on Phantasma and stuff like that too, because we haven't even seen the main antagonist fully. Like, he hasn't shown up yet. So, I don't know, I'm looking forward to... wow, voice crack. I'm looking forward to, playing more of this, though. How's it going, Eric? Jeffrey and Bob? But that bunny was real cute. He's got, like... To me, this guy has, like, a Midwestern accent, which I don't know that I can do that well, but... That's it. That bunny's the key. People's gonna come in droves. Or I guess you could do like the... It could either be like Southern drawl or like Little Mushrise Park mascot. Oh yeah, no, it's gotta be like Midwestern, very blue collar kind of sounding, right? Which I am not convinced I can pull off appropriately. You trying to catch that bunny too? Just excuse it because it's Luigi's dream version of a guy he just met. Yeah, I guess that's fair, yeah. Check the ears. Best just give up now, fellas. What's up, Doc? Maybe he does kind of sound like Bugs Bunny, actually. That's fitting. Ain't no way that bunny resists this juicy carrot. I'm catching that bad boy first. It's Wabbit season. Let's go. This game's kind of a vibe, though. What's up with this, though? Oh, can't do that yet. Oh, what? Whoops. I thought I had jump mapped. Might be. Shoo-ba-da-beep-ba-dee-dee. It is. May not have that bit of edge the previous three had, but it's real cozy. And there's still some cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know, even though we're not at the point where I fell off all those years ago, I am excited to like play it all the way through. At least like tentatively excited. Because there's some cool stuff so far. We're very early still too. Yeah, I get what you mean, for sure. Yeah, the first three did have like a bit more of an edge to them, at least as far as like stakes are concerned, because right now, like, I feel like the stakes and the threat were presented to you almost immediately in those games, whereas this one, it's kind of like, it's a little more plotting with the way that the plot is unfurling, you know? It's like we're still on vacation even though Peach is in danger. but I was kind of hypothesizing how this tier list is going to look. Because usually before I sit down to record a tier list, I'll know more or less where I'm going to rank stuff. Usually. Especially when it comes to game tier lists. But usually I'll either have an idea in mind of where I'm going to place stuff, or I'll do a practice run. And I'm like trying to determine... It's all going to hinge on how I feel about Paper Jam, I think. If the tier list is going to be 3 tiers or 4. Like, if I end up disliking Paper Jam, then 4 tiers and that goes in the bottom. And then the rest go somewhere in the top 3, but it really just depends. Do a slower burn. Like Mario Luigi, because it's both goofier and also more grand than the average Mario game. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. It does lean into the humor a lot more. I wouldn't say... Yeah, because I guess, like, Mario platformers, I wouldn't say are funny, but they... do they tend to be lighthearted? I guess so. I don't know what I would call the tone of, like, most Mario games, but the bros actually talking and there being NPC dialogue and stuff does, it kind of emphasizes, yeah, both ends of the spectrum, be it the humor, comic relief side, or the higher stakes. Because the stakes in Mario platformers don't feel very high from a narrative sense, usually. Yeah, lighthearted, but not necessarily super comedic. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like Paper Mario leans a little bit more into the humor than M&L. And for the most part, it lands, I think. I bet this spins, right? Am I gonna do the 3DS remakes as well? I'm probably just gonna rank... I was just gonna rank the original versions. Because, like, when I did my Mega Man Battle Network plus Star Force tier list, I ranked it based on my most recent playthroughs, which were the GBA versions of Battle Network, via the Legacy Collection, of course. While acknowledging that there are DS remakes or enhanced versions of 1 and 5, and kind of like doing that. So, if anything, I'd probably like familiarize myself with what was changed in the remake, even if I don't necessarily get around to playing them, or remakes, as it were. And acknowledge that, you know, Superstar Saga ranks wherever it ranks, and maybe the remake ends up ranking higher, just depending on what you're looking for. From what it sounds like, though, the 3DS remake of Superstar Saga is better from a gameplay front, which is intriguing to me. Paper Mario, Mario Luigi are similar. M&L for a handful of reasons. You prefer Mario and Luigi for a handful of reasons, but Paper Mario's a good deal. What's up, the dude? That's fair. Yeah, I guess I was thinking more so the 2D platformers, but yeah, in Galaxy and Odyssey, it did feel like there was more imminent danger, I guess. Galaxy's ending cutscene. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like when you see whatever it is, like that black hole or whatever, and like all the Lumas kamikazing themselves into, like, that's just kind of like low-key, high-key, kind of dark. The fact that Lumas want to die, basically, so that they can become actual stars or whatever. I like these perspective shifts. They're kind of cool. I don't know if Luigi's gonna land on the purple guy, but we'll try this. I feel like maybe. No, not quite. Okay. A little early. Kind of felt bad for Bowser, too. He didn't feel like the usual, I'll get you next time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right, because when you land in, you land right next to Peach's castle or whatever, and he's just kind of slumped over, like, depressed that his plan didn't work. Nice. I liked the expert challenges as incentives to play well. Not that I would ever purposefully play poorly, but there were times in the past 3 games where I would just kind of go through the motions for whatever reason. And so now actually feeling feeling incentivized to focus at all times is cool. What's the difference between Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario in terms of humor and story? Well, narratively, you have your partners with you, so like you have an actual party, and so they speak. Like Mario doesn't speak in Paper Mario still, but the partners do speak for him, and so there is like more back and forth between you or between your party, I guess, and whoever you're going up against in said chapter. The Paper Mario games are structured more chapter-based as well, even if you're ultimately trying to stop an overarching threat. I'd say Thousand Year Door, you kind of feel the overarching threat like a little bit more because there is a recurring rival kind of character who is tied in with that faction. As far as humor, though, I'd say Paper Mario's humor is more writing, while Mario Luigi is more slapstick. Focuses more on side plots, is what that says. Yeah, side plots, well, that's a good way to put it, I think, yeah. I think because of Paper Mario's chapter-based structure, it is a little bit more focused on that. And I like the way that you put the humor, yeah, especially because you have characters with you that can also talk. Because, you know, Mario and Luigi are technically talking here, but it's not really the same. I don't mind it, though. It feels more like an expansion on... Like, Mario and Luigi's character here, and the way they are portrayed reminds me a lot of Mario RPG. Or Super Mario RPG. Compared to Paper Mario, where I feel like Mario is kind of just very... his character is paper thin in Paper Mario. He's like just very vanilla Mario-isms, you know? Sure, he'll have a determined look on his face every now and then, but not to the same effect as here. Alpha Dream is made up of X Square. Okay, sick. Yeah, right, and it did surprise me that Intelligent Systems did, I think, the first 2 Paper Mario games. And they're the ones who do Fire Emblem usually, but of course Fire Emblem, there wasn't a... Well, I guess they moved it over to the GBA, right, in the early 2000s with Binding Blade, and then Blazing Blade, which came to the West as Fire Emblem, right? But there was no Fire Emblem on N64, so it's interesting that they focused on that. Oh, are they still? Really? It's interesting. Like how Mario Luigi does it, where he's a bit more stoic and serious. Yeah, he's got like... Mario's a little bit more... He shows that determination more so. And like, yeah, he's determined in Paper Mario, but I just feel like his characterization is really flat, and I don't mean to like make paper puns, but it just It's true. It's literally true. The partners are cool, though. I like the partners in the Paper Mario games. Particularly in Thousand Year Door. Like, I think Paper Mario 64 is still worth a play. Pretty much a self-insert. Yeah, he's very blank slate, self-insert kind of thing. Yeah, I would agree. And there's also some nice nice customization when it comes to the badges and stuff like that. Whoops. But yeah, Paper Mario 64 I think is worth a play if any of y'all haven't played it. Because it's very good. I guess I did a video on it earlier this year, but I guess, like, when you play Thousand Year Door compared to Paper Mario 64, it does make the first game feel a little bit more like a prototype, but it is a full-fledged, enjoyable game in its own right, I would say. Paper Mario gave Mario some personality in Thousand Year Door remake. I'm really curious to see what, if anything, they're changing, because they've just been very quiet about that. But just knowing how Nintendo usually handles remakes, it's probably gonna stay, like, faithful to a fault, I would say. My biggest hope is that they add a hard mode of some kind. I think that would do Thousand Year Door a lot in its favor, because it's very, very easy. It's fun, but it's, like, super easy until, like, the final boss, basically. Well, now there's a couple of late game bosses that were, I wouldn't say challenging, but I would say, like, dangerous. But it wasn't until, like, the very, very end of the game where I started feeling that. There's a slight more personality in the newer games, so that might carry over. That's fair, yeah. Hard modes are always welcome in Nintendo games, yeah. Dream Team has a hard mode. Oh, really? Wait, that's super fucking cool, actually. Hold up. Is this gonna be my number one? It's definitely possible. I'm, like, kind of getting those vibes, weirdly. But we're still early, though. I might end up finding it tedious or whatever, but... to be fair, most RPGs have their tedious moments. So I don't want to discount this game too much based on just that. Yahoo! Dream Team's pretty well liked in the fandom. That's true. I haven't looked into discourse on it in a while. Oh wait, is there like a pipe that we can... Seems to be... Oh wait, maybe... Oh, that's kind of cool. In the fandom, BIS is number 1, Super Saga and Dream Team are tied for 2nd, Partners in Time is 3, Paper Jam is 4. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to like about Bowser's, but I'm like... There's some aspects to it where I'm not, like... I don't know, coming away from it, I wasn't, like... I'm saying like a lot, I know, but... I wasn't as, like, enamored with it as I expected to be. Its strengths are very apparent, but I'm not exactly sure how to feel about it as an overall package, just because of... Mostly it's the minigames that I'm kind of, like, 50-50 on. I think it's mostly just kind of the gimmickiness to it. It wasn't as infuriating as I expected it to be, but it's like, I'm just kind of 50-50 on a lot of the minigame stuff. I feel like I need to think about it more, though, because the strengths are very apparent, right? Fawful's back, and Bowser and Fawful are awesome. Some of the best character moments in the series, I would assume, at least, very much to that point, for sure. Personally like the minigames, but you can see why it'd be annoying. Yeah, it's... It's just one of those things, like, some of them just feel kind of tacked on in a way that I don't like. It's one of those things, like, it adds to the narrative gameplay synergy, as I've talked about in some videos here and there, but sometimes that can be a detriment. And I wouldn't say that it's like a major hindrance, but it's also something where I'm like, just a little bit lukewarm on it. But the bosses, especially from the mid-game on, were really good. I guess it's also tricky because I opted to not use a lot of the special attacks with Bowser because of touchscreen emulation stuff, which shouldn't be a slight on the game itself, but it's also does make it feel like it's lacking something just based on my current experience of it. It's weird because I'd probably still say that overall it is probably the best of the first three. They were built for the DS in mind, yeah. And Partners in Time, they rarely do anything with the touchscreen. Right. But Partners in Time is also one where, like, I enjoyed it. But of course, like, the gear system was lacking. And so it made replayability feel like not that great. I could forgive the more linear areas of Partners in Time if there was more incentive for replayability in the gameplay systems, but I didn't really feel that. It's tricky. But I think I just need to reflect on it and think about it more. You like BIS, you don't think it's perfect. And a huge deal what the overworld doesn't have. That's a good point, the overworld not having many visually distinct areas. The beginning from beach to Bowser's Castle is a bit slow. Yeah. I do think that the locations maybe do have something to do with that. You do have the internal areas where it's kind of, you know, the game is split 50-50-ish between overworld stuff and the inside of Bowser, but I feel like the overworld stuff does maybe suffer somewhat. It's just not super interesting to traverse or be in compared to the previous two games. To get these two to help. The Cavi Cape and the castles, but besides them, yeah, the castles were cool. Outside areas don't have much to match Superstar Saga and Partners in Time's areas, yeah. I think Partners in Time's areas, like locations, were definitely the strongest part about it. Yeah, aren't really any important buildings besides the castles. Yeah, maybe... Yeah. Yeah, I guess the tower, but like... The tower is just kind of an incentive, or a justification for an inside dungeon with the X-ray. Oops. Candy, but we need to do this. It is indeed a Mario game. Big facts. Oh, I see. We need to fling this guy up here. This dude's literally like Elmer Fudd chasing down the Wabbit. It's great. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not game ruining. It's just, there is more variety in Superstar Saga and Partners in Time that I somewhat miss. But I will have to think on it more. Superstar Saga has the college, the brewery, yeah, ships, sewers, elemental temples, yeah. It has some things to make it distinct. Nice, dude. Keep farming those lives. But, oh, whoops. We have to defuse here. These chuckleheads messing with my park. Oh, nice. He really wants that rabbit. Tilt. Oh, uh-oh. Citra is a very flexible emulator, though, so I bet I can actually map the tilts to, like, the bumpers or something. Because otherwise, I don't think I need the bumpers, or I can use the triggers, maybe. That might work. I like this kind of shit. I actually like this. Touchscreen, well, mostly on Dismume, touchscreen is pretty inflexible in what you can do with it. I'm gonna need to make a new control scheme. Well, do I? Yeah, I probably should. New, and we'll say, we'll call this Dream Team. A few times the rotation is going to be important, okay. I think the triggers will work. Well, then again, they're digital input on the actual 3DS, so I don't know if I would actually, well, hold up. I think if it's based on, like, tilt, I think the triggers would actually work nicely because ideally the more I press on it, the more it'll tilt. So how do I do that? Motion, touch, motion. Here we go. Motion provider. Or the right stick, I guess that's also an option. After pressing OK, press a button on the controller whose motion you want to track. Okay. Oh, but oh wait, hold on. That's not how this works. I hope I can do this. Let me see. Citra map tilt to controller. Tilt controls. Just mouse plus right click by default, but you can remap the controls in the input settings. Configure controls motion touch. Oh, so it is in the motion/touch window. Remember the Mouser's Inside Story. Yeah, as long as said gimmicks are focused on as long as they're focused on tilt and not I don't know if there's a way to actually map this the way that I want to. Hotkeys, maybe? Citra map tilt to controller. It's already what I searched. Using the right-click method instead. I mean, I guess I can just use the right-click method, but shouldn't there be a way to... There's gotta be a way to... You would think there'd be a way to do this. Power circle mod. What is GPIO 14? Maybe I'll just have to do like the mouse version. I hate getting caught up on stuff like this, but I'm also like, why can I not map it though? Especially because Citra forums are all taken down because, you know. And nobody hates Nintendo fans more than Nintendo. Yeah, it's big facts. Let me just... Alright, let me try doing this with the regular... Alright, so... Oh, that's a very sensitive control, okay. I think I can adjust the sensitivity in the menu. And I need to press A after? That's kind of annoying. Let's see. Sensitivity. Let's lower it. Oh, I can't lower it? Oh, it's literally the lowest it can be. The problem is that the Xbox controller doesn't have gyro. Yeah. Damn it. Alright, I'll figure this out off stream. Let me, there's like a hair flying around. We'll just use the default controls and, yeah, we'll just use the default controls, I guess. Let me try this one more time. This is why Dolphin is the greatest emulator of all time. It's because it would allow me to do shit like this. Like, actually map it to buttons. Instead of whatever the fuck this is. It works okay. And there might be a way I can do it through Steam, actually. But I'm not going to mess with that right now. Noise. It literally said noise. God, it's just like, it's so... It's such a sensitive, thing. Not bad. Yeah, because tilt controls are like literally prime for bumpers or triggers. And I love that shit. And when it comes to like touchscreen stuff on Citra, you like if it's menus, right? Like Ocarina 3D or something, you can just map those points on the screen to buttons, and that's what I have done in the past. I think that's really cool. And there might, I don't know if there would be a way for me to do like the spinning motion for Bowser's giant battles, like on the right stick or something. That would be perfect, but I don't know if it's possible even on Citra to do something like that. I feel like that would require like actual coding on Nintendo's part. I bet we just sneeze on this thing, right? The Luigi ball. Luigi's ballin', literally. Ah, okay, so that starts the roulette. Nice. So I guess now we need to backtrack. Guess so. I do think it's funny that Luigi can still jump while he's in the background. Is blocked off, yeah. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. I mean, if Nintendo's next hardware is actually good, and they put more 3DS games on on whatever that new system is, that'll be, I feel like I'll be kinda fine with that. That's good, Space Cowboy. Like, I'd be fine with not... I'd actually like to have a legitimate option to not have to emulate 3DS games to play them somewhat reliably and stream them and all that. I mean, older stuff I have no qualms with emulating, but with 3DS it's like, especially now that Citra is done being developed in the way that it was, it just feels like a less compelling option now, knowing that it's not going to continue to improve. And it's in a pretty good spot. Like, it is in a pretty good spot as it is, but some idiosyncrasies that I don't care for. Like, as far as I can tell, you can only map hotkeys to a keyboard and not a controller. So, like, you can't map, like, swapping screens to your controller, which is a little annoying in games that might warrant you swapping screens. I've got my keyboard right here, but it's like, whenever it's not an option to just have an all-in-one control scheme, I'm just like, I don't know, I get a little disenchanted with setups like that. And that's why when I was gonna play the Galaxy games, and the only tutorials I could find were like, oh, you gotta swap profiles if you're gonna do a ball level or a gliding level. You have to like go into the settings and change this. And I was like, I wonder if there's a way to do this without having to basically leave the game world and go tweak something somewhere else. And you could kind of look at something like that and say, well, isn't that PC gaming in general? But what I like about PC gaming and emulating in particular is like you can set that stuff up and then it just works forever. I've rarely, if ever, had an issue where I set my settings or I set my controls for an emulated game and then had it later on not work. I've like never really had an issue with stuff like that. Oh, right. Let's see what's up with this. Oops. Well, I guess we can just do this, right? Oh, I see. That's a problem. I wonder... I'd probably run out of buttons, but I think I could map... I could map this point to be a control, but then I'm wondering if I could, like, figure out a way to move it or something. I might experiment with that after this stream. See what I can figure out. Let me just flip this one as is. I guess it'd be tricky with the mustache, though. But these types of touchscreen controls. Oh, I need to hit the block, I see. You're not having to do them really in an action context. And so this should, in theory, be something that Nintendo could figure out, right? Like it's one of those where I feel like it'd be comfortable enough if you could move the cursor with the right stick or something. Wait, I can just do this. And in fact, I can actually... Can I flip it while I'm standing on it? I should be able to. Yeah. Nice. Oh shit, we can walk on the rainbows? I did not expect that. Oh, no coin mashing to run. I kind of don't mind that. Maybe that's only in the dream world, though. It's possible. Nice. Oh, shit. Oh shit. We just hammer this, right? Or no? Dude, he's in full cosplay right now. Look at the size of this carrot. This carrot, I don't like this. I think we've stumbled upon some, something a little more devious. Bunny buns. It literally just face plants. The cool area is upon us is sick. Were you the ones who saved me? Oh, nice. Just about giving up, giving up on your generation. That's funny. Wakey, wakey. Oh, never mind. he's like, oh, Peach has been kidnapped? No shit. Dreams deep. Oh, that's his bunny? That makes sense why he was, carrying around that nightmare chunk then. Little fluffer bunny. Little fusion dance. Hiya. Nice.
Oh, yeah!
I think I remember this part vaguely. Because this is where the antagonist actually shows himself, I think. But it just occurred to me that Antasma is probably a play on antagonist in some sense. Antagonist and miasma or something. This is cool though. I like the. I like the trippy aspects to this. Oh, Phantasm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Contact. Oh no, these guys. Oh shit. Are you playing We Shouldn't Be Here? It's a mix of anti and Phantasma. So he is the anti-Phantasma. Which I'm assuming is like a noun for fantastical things, probably, or maybe it's just dream science related in general. Any complaints about it should be lodged with our elite fists. Elite? Goombas don't have fists either. His elite personal guard. Oh, it's Roman for ghost? Okay. His horns gleam with fury, his spikes sparkle with malice. I'm just trying to think of how that... If his name literally translates to anti-ghost, I feel like that's an interesting thing. It sounds cool, though. Maybe it sounds better in Japanese. I like Wario. I guess that makes sense. Because doesn't wa literally mean like anti or something in Japan? It means like non, or like the opposite kind of thing. It's like reverse Mario or whatever. My day's been okay. It's been alright. Been oh, it means bad. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, bad Mario. Yeah. Dude, Bowser's looking chonky as hell. Hello, that is my thing. Treason. Like to think of his hatred of beaches for stemming from his time in Bowser's Inside Story at the beginning, maybe. This is calling. This stupid warpy thing. His hatred of Starlo definitely does, yeah. That's cool. Dreamy Luigi will return. Some post-credit shit. Oni-chan. Oni-chan. Big bro's stylish. I'm not clumsy, I can be strong. Space Colony Arc. It's literally like this reminds me of the intro to the last story of Sonic Adventure 2, straight up. Shadow, Project Shadow, Bio-Lizard. Space Colony Arc. The ultimate life form. Sonic Adventure 2, the last story, or like whatever he says. Yeah, in the next movie, straight up. In the sequel, Mario and Luigi Dream Team 2. The Search for Luigi. Big bro, I can help. Dude, he's twerking. Oh. You know, the beginning of the last story in SA2 freaked me out as a kid. I just remember it because it's like, it is very like kind of esoteric with like all the text popping up and stuff, and then that cutscene with Eggman's grandfather genuinely kind of scared me when I first played that kid when I was like 7 or whatever. I might have been, well, I might have been younger than 7, but it was something like that. It's very unsettling. In a good way. My bro is the best. I'm the best. That Toad's line. Some declassified shit. Yeah, straight up. Well, plus I like the touch that the same cell that Sonic was being held in before Metal Harbor is the cell that, was it Gerald Robotnik was held in, because there was all like the writing on the wall and stuff. They kind of brushed past it though. I think Amy comments on it or something, but I can only hope SA2 gets remade someday and they actually make the story like genuinely executed great. I don't know how much faith I have in that, but especially considering the state of Yuji Naka in recent years, it's not a good look. Yuji Naka, he's like one of he's credited with, I forget if he is the creator of Sonic, or he's definitely one of the OGs with Sonic, and what had a lot to do with the development of the adventure games. But he got arrested or sued or some combination of the two for insider trading very recently, like within the past year or two. And so I don't see him coming back to the industry probably ever. So we're not gonna have like a blood-stained kind of revival of Castlevania in that way, or oh no wait, no, he did Balan Wonderworld or whatever, which was, you know, what that game is essentially. I forgot about that. So maybe it is best that he's not involved from the creative angle as well. I completely forgot about that. Although that game kind of reeked of low budget and probably not enough time in the oven, so... Balan Blunder World, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh, here we go. Phantasma. Blarg! He's a chonker, dude. You preach as kidnapper? Is this art style distinct from the remakes? Because I feel like Bowser looks different. In kind of a good way. I kind of like... I like this art style in the context of this game, but not so much from what I saw of the remakes. Or at least the Bowser's Inside Story remake. But maybe that's because I have the original to compare it to. That's probably what it is. Or at least a factor. They kind of redesigned Bowser in a stiff way. After Dream Team, okay. So maybe Paper Jam still looks kind of more sterile or something too. I haven't seen much of the Superstar Saga remake. I bet it just looks pretty much the same as the Bowser's Inside Story one, but... That's the one that I am legitimately curious to check out. Phantasma defeated, yeah, if only. Good plan, Toots. It's kidnapping Peach to the Bowsering. Not the face huggers. Not the head crabs. Get off me, right down. Vigo now. Shade Man? I wanted to steal Peach's power, but I changed my mind. You are much stronger and evil. Scream! Work with me. Scream! Screebity beep bop, boobada beep boop bop. You start scatting. Say don't spray a dingbat. Dude, Luigi is going through it right now. I can make your wishes come true. Skeelk? I can't touch his nose, damn it. What are you saying, bad face? My old moves are feeling a bit stale. Sound like a beach blooper. So he's got a similar power amp to us then. Oh, I see. I didn't see in time though. Got the defense buff. Let Luigi take out the bats, or at least some of them. Okay. Oh shit. He's actually got his abilities from the last game, that's fun. Oh my. I kind of like these chase sequences so far, though. I do remember them getting a little long in the tooth later on, so I'm wondering if I'll feel the same, but we get to fight the main villain early on. Yeah, I like that too. It's cool. That's part of the reason why that first Cackletta fight is like one of the best fights in the game in Superstar Saga. Okay. Yeah, the fight's great. I wish I could have figured out the tell for, like, her clones. That would have made it even better, because then I wouldn't have to randomly guess, but... That's, like, probably my favorite... That might legitimately be my favorite fight in Superstar Saga. This is where the 3D would come in handy, I suppose. Being able to see a little more clearly on who's on what plane. You can kind of see it. I fucked that one up, but... Popple and Rookie 2. That's a good one, yeah. With Birdo. That's a fun one, yeah. I need to be careful of the purple flames, because you can't jump over them. And Mario moves kind of slow, side to side. Oh, no purple this time, nice. The final boss is good too. Very big difficulty spike though, I'd say. Which is not a terrible thing, but it would have been nice for a more consistent build-up. Not sure if you saw, but moving side to side in the shelf. Oh, okay. So it makes him catch up more? Oh, wait. I totally missed what was going on there. Just run back and forth. No reason. Alright, let's try to hit these bats. Oops. Second guess myself there. It doesn't look like you can drop your hammer, though. I'll have to compare to the real world, though, because I'm unclear on, like, what differences there might be. So it's actually better to jump over these. Lit. The only bummer with those sequences is not having a way to retaliate. Like, it should be that when he lands on his face, he should take some damage, in my opinion. Only difference you're aware of is that Mario in the Dream World is a bit buffed. Okay. Right. Okay, so mechanically things still function pretty much the same. That's good to know. I missed. Oh, I missed. One for it. Yeah, I should heal up. I'm actually using items to heal up in the early game. That is a rare occurrence. Ah, fucking goddammit. Oh, is that it? Nice. Ba-bum-ba-bum. Nice. Oh wait, this is super lit. Hold up. Wait, this is fucking cool. Limited the number of times your rank can go up, so you won't ever get all the avail- I like this. I like this a lot. This is very cool. Get you 20% more experience. I feel like well, if I'm trying to be under-leveled for difficulty purposes, then leveling up faster is probably not a good idea. But I think about, like, whenever I play Fallout, for instance, usually, or like when I last played Fallout New Vegas, I selected the one that gives you more experience on level up because it's, like, best to take that early on, you know? Oh, they added this, you think they added this to the Bowser's remake, but not the Superstar Saga one? It's kind of cool. It makes ranking up a lot more dynamic. Not 100% sure if it's not in... I mean, if this is in Superstar Saga, that would be insane. Obviously, they'd have to change, like, gear slots and stuff, but... Shit, maybe I do need to give those remakes a try on my own time. Plus 2 HP every time you gain a level, plus 1 POW, plus 1 BP. So in Fire Emblem terms, this would be like adding 100% to your growth, basically. Your power growth or whatever. So you're guaranteed to get one, at least. I don't think quick level. I think Iron Body sounds very interesting to me. As an additional effect stock to your badges, I feel like 2 charges is more than enough. But I also think gear is also intriguing, but I feel like the damage reduction... I think the damage reduction early on is probably like... Unless I want to go for like higher difficulty, but you're saying there's a hard mode that I could play at a later date too, so... I'm gonna take Iron Body, especially on Mario, because he's oftentimes soloing stuff when you're in the dream. Well, he's always soloing stuff when he's in the dream world. So even though Luigi gives you an HP buff, it may be a buff to your stats. I'd rather damn it, almost got the 4. Yeah, game systems wise, I'm really liking this so far, actually. Part of me wants to kind of just take Iron Body with Luigi as well. But I feel like if around half the game or so we're not even really using Luigi, then I wonder if it'd be better to pick something else. Because this will apply to both bros, obviously. And then gear slot +1. Well, we're gonna get 3 more that I get to pick from. And although I wonder if you get to pick these multiple times or not, or if there's only one of them. Let's do gear slot +1 just to kind of experiment. Plus Luigi's a little more defensive anyway. Bling doesn't require mashing and loses no money in the remakes. Yeah, I noticed that a little bit earlier too, that they changed that. Which I'm not terribly upset by. I think I'm going to lean into Luigi being a little more defensive. Oh shit. Yeah, it's like, you get this rank up. You feel all powerful and shit, but it's like, oh wait, we lost. Shit. Oh yeah. I like how Phantasma moves out of the way when he starts punching too. I can't believe Bowser's taking orders from this douche. That's so goofy. Bowser's tolerating him as an opportunity for more power. That's probably true. It's dangerous to fall asleep in the dream. In a non-Mario game, that'd be some foreshadowing or something. Where, like, Luigi sacrifices himself by falling asleep in the dream to, like... He does some Inception shit. Like, he falls asleep within the dream to try to... in order to gain enough power to beat the bad guy or whatever. Yeah, it's like, I can't believe Luigi dies at the end. Spoiler alert. Oh, that's a mechanic in one of the later fights? Wait, that's kind of fun. Learn to fly. See, Bowser's the fan of the Foo Fighters. Phantasma's strong as shit, though. Why did that not propel him backwards, though? I mean, that was Bowser, right? Starlow's very confused. Alright, Luigi. Upsy daisy. See what I did there? See, how could Daisy not show up in this game, though? I don't know if she does or not, but... Phantasma's just strong as shit. Can choose when he lets the fire move them. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Thank you, Mario. That's not what she said. Localizers, She said, Mario, thank you, not thank you, Mario. This is not my localization. I'm kidding. obviously. There are times when localizations are not what they should be, but it is interesting how worked up some people get about that kind of stuff. Because to me, if I was that bothered by a particular element in a game, I would just not play it. And like, yeah, I get being vocal about that kind of stuff to prevent it from happening later on, but it's like, I don't know, dude. It's interesting information, but it's like, what are you supposed to do about that? Aside from make a mod or a ROM hack or something with a different localization, which is way easier to do in older games. You'll see that a lot in like Super Nintendo games and stuff like that, retranslations and all that, which I think is kind of cool. The Mega Man X games have that kind of like change some of the terminology to make more sense. Like not calling X Mega Man because his name is X, not Mega Man X. So the game is called Mega Man X. It's one of those things where I was making fun of people for getting caught up in the semantics, but now I'm doing the same shit. But it doesn't ruin Mega Man X, though, but it can be annoying when they censor things in localizations. Yeah, I don't feel like it's usually that bad, but I have seen instances where localizers do take more liberties than they probably should. I always think about Fire Emblem Fates and SMT4 Apocalypse, from what I understand. And I can't imagine that either of those games' stories are, like, amazing if they were to be localized a little more faithfully. But they'd probably be somewhat better, I would assume. At least characterization-wise, maybe. Overarching plot is probably more or less... Like, I don't see how that would really be altered that significantly. Well, okay, I guess perception and the way that they explain things. Like events or lore or whatever. That could change quite a bit, I suppose. Dog's barking next door, hopefully you guys can't hear it. We know he would live on within the dream world. We knew he would wait for his bonds to weaken. And when they did, he would have his chance to return. I don't know why I could not read for a second. I was like, what? Okay, good. Good. Not only that, but he's teamed up with Bowser. He will again try to conquer our world and sow the nightmare. You reap what you sow. If that's the case, Phantasma will surely go after the Dream Stone. Ah, wish granting artifact. Very, very Mario RPG. Just generally. Paper Mario, whatever. The magical MacGuffin. The Dark Star from Bowser's Inside Story, or the Bean Star. That is a trope that I wish they would kind of get away from, which this is a little bit different because it's not a star, but... Right. Oh wait, Keklet, I made the joke, the reap what you sow thing with beans. That's fun. Stone is in Dozing Sands. Mario. Luigi. Who the fuck is Luigi? If two such evil beings were to get the Dreamstone, the world would be in utter peril. Is she talking to me? It almost seems like she's talking through the screen here. It's up to you to stop Phantasma and Bowser. I know she's talking to them, but it's almost pseudo fourth wall break right there. Just see it as something to move the plot forward. Yeah, I mean, it's not really that big of an issue. It's just like, and maybe it is one of those things that gives these RPGs more of an identity. Kind of like Final Fantasy and the crystals. Although they ditch the crystals in some games, so it's like... Or the crystals take on different forms, I guess. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Boop-a-doop-ba-ba. You like how they don't introduce those elements from frame 1? Yeah, yeah. I would agree. Yeah, because the first 3 games really just start out with conflict immediately, right? It's like Hecletta stealing Peach's voice. We later find out is Birdo. Partners in Time has a whole, like, exposition thing that's kind of not written great, explaining the Shrubs. And then it's similar with the Blorbs, where it's like almost newscast kind of thing. Whereas in this game, it's just like Peach and friends get a letter to go to an island. That's it. A nice nap in the administrator's hut. A bit cozier and slow burn with its story. Yeah, I'm digging that element to it so far. It's at least a change of pace. Oh, so we get rewards for rescuing Pilo people. If you can free a total of 7 Pilos, I'll give you... Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm really... Like, the core combat is more or less what you come to expect from these games at this point, 4 games in. But the challenge system and, like, getting these extra slots and stuff like that for ranking up and whatnot is very cool. Yeah, so we'll give you this. Keep you more on par with Mario, I suppose. Defense based on your expert challenge success rate. Okay. Okay, so that goes up, I guess, the more challenges I fulfill. I feel like So-So-Ware is probably not that great. Striking power based on your expert. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. A bit meatier in that aspect. They introduce a boss rematch arena later. Oh, that's cool. Occasionally drops a massive iron ball on the damaged foe for more damage. Increase your striking power if you have no wear equipped. Okay. And then just a straight up damage. Oh, well, iron ball is the best one, clearly. I feel like I just do the So-So hammer for the slight upgrade. Secret optional boss if you beat all the other harder bosses. Oh, that's cool. Like Bowser Extra and Bowser's Inside Story. I like those extra incentives for completion and all of that. And the fact that there's a hard mode unlocked is... I literally had no idea that was a thing. That's super cool, though. There's all just Mushrise Park stuff that we've already explored. Oh, this is blocked off. I'm assuming this other area off to the right is also blocked off. And I'm also assuming there will be a shop healer person. Yeah. So I don't have to backtrack. Oh my god, why is she talking so much, or he, or whatever? Bowser X is a demon. Bunch of new attacks and steals your moves. Oh, that's cool. Nice. How do you fight Bowser X in a similar way where you just beat all the other bosses in the arena? Steady boots. Singular wear. Steady hammer. Boosts the chance of a gift dropping when you defeat an enemy. Increases the amount your badge meter fills after attacks. Drops 20% more coins if you defeat an enemy with a Bros / Luigi area attack. Negates damage taken 3 times over the course of a battle. Sounds pretty broken, actually. You had to beat them all in a gauntlet? Okay. Not literally all of them, but 7 of them. Or so. That's cool. I feel like it's... See, the gear is so expensive relative to how many coins I have that I'm... It's like other RPGs and other series, where sometimes I'll hold off on buying gear until I potentially find something equivalent or even better in the next dungeon or something. Which is probably what I'll do here. Although I guess I do have some gear to sell that's not very good anymore. Bum, da, 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 da. Wait, I'm guessing the bear hammer is just an extra boost, so we should actually equip that. 8 X-bosses plus a secret boss in Dream Team. It's kind of lit. So we get the flat damage upgrade from this. Plus, if I'm not wearing any wear, it gets more. So I'd rather just... This is just better than the So-So Hammer, even with wear equipped. And I guess I could... Well, if I had something else to equip here, then I could replace it, but... Bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum bum. Oops. Sell that. I mean, I like the defense buff though, because it's got to be like 50% increase or something, at least 25%. I don't know what the buffs are numerically, but it's definitely more than 3 points worth. And the expert wear, I believe, will just continue to improve as we progress. So I'll hold on to that. I am wondering though if I can get even more gear slots. I would assume so. Right? Because there's room here for 5. So I bet you can pick that twice, probably. For rank ups. Which I think is probably the best option to pick from, to be honest. Something you think about this game is the additional characterization of Luigi. Like a session in Dreams Deep with the Subconscious. Yeah, yeah. Where he's like, my bro is so cool. Gives him more personality, more, yeah, it's good stuff. I'm liking that so far. Beans, of course. One enemy for 30 damage. Oh, I see. Do I lose my charges? Like my full charges, though? If I swap badges? I guess I can experiment with it and see. I would assume no, which is kind of cool, because then you can store... Like, you can store a heal. Oh, you think it does? That would be understandable, but kind of a bummer. Well, then in that case... I believe I have 2 charges currently, so let's swap it. And see if I still have those heal charges in the next battle. Wait, this is very Superstar Saga main menu theme. Of course, same composers and all that, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was a reference. I want to check this area to the south over here, though, first. Or, sorry, to this way. Because that's the beach. Wait, this is actually where we're supposed to go, I would bet, right? Yeah. So let's go to Driftwood Shore real quick and just see what I can do, if anything, before going to Dozing Sands. It pays a lot of homage to that game in particular. That's pretty cool. All the games where there's a lot of Superstar Saga-esque stuff. I think that's fitting. First game on new hardware in a while. I guess this would have come out like the 10th anniversary of Superstar Saga, right? Because wasn't it 03? 03, 05, 09, and then 2013. So this is like an anniversary game for the series, which is neat. God damn. Not much to do here. What do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself? Apparently the beach at Driftwood Shore was mobbed. My beanie sunblock is running. Beep buddy beep 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 beep. Twist your ankle or something. Wonder what beanish people taste like texture-wise. Yeah, I don't know what their internals are even like. Get these little... whatever these guys are. I keep forgetting I have a mini-map, and I'm wandering aimlessly, and then I'm like... am I missing anything? But I can actually kind of check. Shock bomb. Only one way for the bros to find out. Well, shit. That got dark real quick. I'm assuming we're gonna get Luigi Overworld Hammer. Oh, a bad shop. Wait, I'm glad that I saved my coins, actually. So what do you say, fellas? You already got a pair. At least two beanish characters have tried to eat them. Yeah, I guess that's fair, yeah. That's true. 1,000 coins. So tell me it gives them for free. Nice. Making some progress in Dragon's Dogma 2, that's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to like kind of map out my gaming, what games I want to play between now and SMT5's PC drop. Because I don't know that I'm gonna drop everything I'm playing to play SMT5 like I did with Persona 3, but that is something I want to clear my plate for as much as possible. Is the fan not on? Fuck. And of course, like, what videos I want to do between now and then, too. Delivers moderate effects. Chance of affecting both bros and enemies. Lowers the power of foes and makes them dizzy. I guess I want to buy as many of these as possible, right? Can I justify selling anything to afford these? No, probably not. That upload I was working on, I'm still chipping away at it. It's just taking longer than I expected. So I'm planning to put that out this coming weekend. And there's some smaller projects I want to get started on too, while I work on some of these larger videos, but currently I'm just like, alright, let's get this larger video done, and then I'll record, because I want to get back to being ahead of schedule, which I haven't been for a while. But there was a while there where I had like a buffer of at least a video or two. The problem is I started making longer videos following that. Like, I think it was like tail end of 2022, or like the last half of that year. A lot of my videos were on the shorter side, maybe not as in-depth. Like, you know, there's the open world one, Digital Devil Saga one, and a bunch of others, some of which I probably took down, but a lot of them are still up. Like the Fire Emblem GBA one is like 8 minutes long. Lots of short videos, and then I don't know what happened, like, recently my average video length is just increasing and increasing, which is not a bad thing, it just takes me longer to actually get stuff done. And also clearing my video gaming plate for Persona 3 and then only playing that for 3 or 4 weeks, pretty much, also prevented me from getting ahead on even playing stuff. Like, I'm about halfway through 100%ing Final Fantasy V. I'm probably closer to like, I'm pretty close to actually beating the game, but there's a lot of 100% stuff that is just a lot. And so once that's done, I bet I could get a video cranked out relatively quickly. Because that one won't have to be like terribly long, but like Devil Survivor's taking a lot longer than I expected. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we do keep our charges, which is cool. So you can kind of mix and match, which is neat. Although, oh wait, you can change them over here. Oh, I can map these to button inputs, though. I could actually do that. Yeah, that's lit. Like how you can regularly see the sky during battle. Oh yeah, like it's not stretched across both screens. I like that too. It's probably worth just using Mushroom here. Although attacking with Mario is probably better because he's stronger. I see. I didn't realize I could smack him in the eyes. Bum ba bum. Shabada beep a dee doo. Forms a barrier that reduces damage to 0 for 3 attacks. Temporarily increases or decreases enemy's POW. Okay, so like a debuff. I like the stronger effects, I think. Yeah, let's actually do that. Yeah, systems-wise, this is way more dynamic than the previous games, which is very cool. BIS was a step in this direction, though, to be fair. Shoopy-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Nice lucky. This might even be a case of just burning my charges, my badge charges. Event battles, not a lot of those in the previous 3. Yeah, like besides boss fights and stuff like that. It's pretty, yeah, I think that was pretty rare for you to walk up in a similar way to this, yeah. Oh, he's gonna teach us how to tunnel. Teach me how to tunnel, teach me how to tunnel. Hey. I saw this in a movie once. I saw this in a toothpaste ad once. Shee-ba-da-boop-beep-ba-da-da. Mole Bros. Oh! So it's like a 2-in-1 depending on... It's contextual based on what type of surface you're on. That's kind of cool. Beep beep beep. Oh, you're not gonna let me dig that up until I see. Got squashed Mario over here. You also have this How do I get this, though? There we go. My only hope is that these get marked on the map, because if they don't, that's... There's probably few enough of them to where you could just look up a guide, but... Nice. Power unlocked. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna map some of these inputs to the... Like, I could actually map the save command to a button, since that is a touchscreen thing, to at least alleviate some of the touchscreen necessities. Let's go. Oh, I fucked it up. Wait, this is kind of fun. I don't know how I missed that, but okay. Also, how does the hammer work here? Well, that's kind of sick. Oh! I see. Early. Bet there's something up here, right? Yeah, I knew it. What? That was bad. Something about this game that makes you want to pick it back up. I think you should, especially if you haven't played it in a while. I mean, I'm genuinely kind of impressed. This is why it's good to go back to games that you haven't played in a while, also, because, like, unless there is something major that made me drop this, I kind of don't feel like there was. Maybe it was just feeling compelled to do all the pillows or something. And that tedium getting to me, but it could also have been just at the time just kind of growing out of Nintendo for a little while. Because there was a period of a few years where I wasn't really playing much Nintendo stuff. And I would just jump on periodically, but even then... I was too busy playing, like, you know, Mass Effect and BioShock and Batman Arkham and stuff like that for the first time. Granted, that was a few years after 2013, but still. Oh, you haven't played it? It is fun so far. I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like if this game can keep up the consistency, this could end up being my favorite one, like straight up. Mostly from a system standpoint. Or like, that is the thing that would put it over the edge for me, I think. It's probably a waste to use a mushroom here, but like, never used them in the previous games, so. Yeah, I'm like, don't crash at least. Hopefully those stutters happen less and less. Oh, wait, tornado time, yeah? Maybe? Maybe not. Remember being interested in BioShock when you were younger? I think those games are on Switch. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Especially if you don't know anything about BioShock. It's a lot of that game's intrigue lies with going into it spoiler-free, I think. I still really enjoyed it even though I knew the major twist, but definitely games that you should be familiar with, I think.
Let's go!
And plus BioShock takes place in like one of the coolest settings in video games, period. I don't find those games to be like super replayable. So maybe if you could get them on a sale, it would be for the best. But I would recommend them, yes. We got a flickering Luigi in there. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, we start with the tower, I guess, okay. It's so cute how he's like cheering in his sleep and stuff. And the BioShock games aren't terribly long either. Get a shot one of these days. Yeah, I would wishlist them and try to get them on sale. Not that they're not worth full price, but it's like, because it is a collection, I think, but those games are old enough. Like, the remaster is from, like, 2016 or something. Originally. So I'd bet that they go on sale pretty frequently. If the bros were to actually talk in a future Mario RPG, would you mind at all? I don't know. I mean, with the Mario movie happening and these characters actually being voiced, I feel like a lot of people would probably be more open to it, likely including myself. Although I do think there is something to the way that the Mario Bros. Communicate in these games without actual dialogue that I think would be missed. Especially because of how blank slate Mario is as a character in particular. That of already are. Yeah, I've not played the first Red Dead. I mean, I generally know what happens though, but Red Dead 2, which is not on Switch because, dear God, it would not function. Red Dead 2 is awesome on one hand. And then I was kind of like, I wasn't as into it from a gameplay standpoint, but narratively it's very good. Red Dead 2 in particular. Red Dead 1, I'm sure, is also narratively very good. I just haven't played it, so I can't speak on it too much. It's just a shame that the Switch version, it seemed like kind of a lazy port. What's weird is the first RDR is not even on PC. It's like very odd. And even though this newer version or whatever that just came out on PlayStation and Switch, even though that just came out, they didn't opt to put it on PC, which is, like, odd, considering how lazy of a job it seemed to be compared to what they could do with it. But that, I mean, Red Dead 1 and 2, but especially 1, I feel like, tends to be on a lot of people's top games of all time, or at least like a must-play on a must-play list. I feel like you would see that a lot. I would highly recommend the Mass Effect games, but I don't think they're on Switch, as far as I know. Oh, we have to tilt over, I see. It'll be missed. What I mean... I guess what I mean is that, like, there is something to the way that they communicate with the fake Italian, that if they had actual dialogue, I feel like there'd be some charm to the way that they communicate that would be missed. But it depends on how they handle it. Like, they could just, they could execute the bros talking well, to the point where I wouldn't necessarily miss the Italian, like, fake Italian stuff, but it just depends on execution, I guess. It's one of those things where, like, I don't feel like I'm super picky about what new games should and shouldn't have. I mean, I have some ideas, I guess, in certain cases, but they're rarely ever make or break. It's just a matter of, like, whatever the devs decide to do, I just hope that it's executed well. Because even in a game where conceptually I'm not a big fan of certain aspects, if it's executed well, then it's like, okay, that can make up for the concept sounding not as enticing on paper. Oh, so that was required? I guess that makes sense, because we got the tower. Would take a few entries of talking bros to get used to, yeah. Don't mind if they talk more. Just make the character true to itself, yeah. And by virtue of that, they would have to give them a little bit more character than they already have. Especially, specifically Mario. Well, I guess they wouldn't have to, but then I feel like he'd be kind of bland if you tried to make him more of, like, an actual... Like, are you gonna give Mario an arc? I doubt it. Mario doesn't seem like the character that you give a character arc to. Unless you're doing, like, a flashback or something to before he was in the Mushroom Kingdom or something, I don't know. They could use the current cast. I feel like that would be kind of expensive, but Nintendo's definitely got Definitely got cash flow going on. But they do have a new guy who's doing, like, the typical Mario voice lines, now that Charles Martinet is retired. I remember this chick, okay. Is he in ballet, bub? Are these toads in uniform? Try to give him somewhat of an arc in the Mario movie. That's what it seems like. That's what I'm saying is, like, it is an option, I guess, but and I feel like it's kind of required in a film context, but I feel like with games, I mean, I could be totally off base with this. I feel like Mario and Link to an extent seem like the type of characters that Nintendo wants to keep as blank slate as possible in the games. That could change, but just historically. This one I ain't so sure about this one. No. It's almost like someone doesn't want no one going up there. Almost. So we gotta get the stones or whatever. Luigi's always getting picked on, yeah. Wait until Striker's Charge when Luigi comes out with the soccer ball. I remember, I've not played much of Strikers or Striker's Charged, but I do remember the characters get pretty fucking serious when they do their special attacks and stuff. Stylistically, that game, well, I guess both of them, like the GameCube and the Wii one, were pretty cool. It's a shame that the Switch one seemed to not really do enough, I guess. Just based on my outside perception of the reception to what's it, Strikers Battle League or whatever. It seems like the Mario sports titles in general were pretty lukewarm on the Switch. Unless you count Mario Kart as being a sports game, but it's kind of a different series. IMO. One up. Chop-buddy-ba-doo-beep. I think this is like a little mini-game thing. Yeah, it is. I think it'll work out well. Might take time to get used to them having speaking lines. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not against them trying it out. Yeah, but it is going to be one of those things that I think for a lot of people it will be jarring. And it's another one of those things that just kind of could make or break people on that aspect or whatever. You know, it's almost like the potential for controversy almost doesn't seem worth it. At least thinking about how Nintendo usually approaches progression in its franchises, but I'm not opposed to it. I just know Nintendo tends to be very conservative with like what they do with their IP. Hoping for more Striker Charge gameplay, too edgy. Yeah. Nice. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those games that I remember playing at a friend's house, the Wii one. Maybe a few times here and there, but never really got into it myself. Or I never, like, had a copy of it, basically. Oh, okay. It's the only way to stop it. Okay. Seems kind of fun. This was blocked off. This was blocked off. So we have no choice but to go south. Oh, paycheck, nice. They do have experience in construction. Wrecking crew, anybody? Characters OSTs when they score a massive W. Oh, they had like theme songs and shit? That's cool. There's a lot going on in this area, damn. Look down at your phone and it's funny. Okay. Okay, break as many. Gotcha. Cool, can I play now? Stone pillows or something. I kind of want to explore out here first, but I guess it makes sense to do the pillows as I find them, since they're not marked. Granny. Yeah, literally. Oh, I see. So we have to wrap around. this another tilt thing? Oh no, okay. So the nose. The nose. Boopy. Polio? Luigi. That's insensitive. Turn your nose? Interesting. Oh, I see. See, that's one of those things that'd be perfect for mapping to the right stick. If I can figure that out somehow, even if it requires Steam, I'm gonna set that up. I like these more puzzly areas, though. It's cool. So I wish I could permanently toggle between the map and Luigi. Oops. Nothing over there. Oh, what's this little block boy? Oh, okay, so that indicates the real one, I see. Double hit. Nice. I might start burning these because I want to start accruing 50% ones if I can. Like, I'll fill this one up to have a... Oh, I see. To have a damage burst, but... Oh, he blows up, right? Yeah. Sick. Centrifugal force. Yep. That's pretty lit. Oh. Nope. No. Okay. Hammer. I just noticed he doesn't say hammer anymore. And maybe that stopped after Superstar Saga, though. I don't remember. What a weird concept for a game. Cool, but very weird. It's like, what if Luigi fell asleep, but the pillows he was sleeping on was actually an ancient civilization, or an ancient race of pillow people? Like, it's so enjoyably strange. One Dozite. Bet I can knock this area out in a timely fashion. Can I play the game? Gonna stash me in. Shock Bomb. This is a summon thing, I would guess. There's another pillow over here. How do I get that, though? That's blocked off. Alright, I guess we'll ride the thing. That's not what I meant to do. Whoops. Let's try that again. Oh, it continue. Oh, I see. So I don't want to reverse. I want to look for another station. Then I guess I gotta manually walk, which is a little annoying. Let's do this. Go to this screen to the north. Now see, this is where I wish I had the Partners in Time ball ability to roll around at the speed of sound. Because that would be pretty fun. Hold up. So that's the exit. Well, there's a question block. I need to get that, though. Before I fall off. Oh, I see. Shabba-dee-ba-dee-bee. Always assume it's a multi-hit. Gotta follow my own rule. Lit. Oh, they added a dash move in the next game? That sounds fun. Yeah, anything to add to traversal in games like this is always a plus, in my mind. Even if it's something just aesthetic, like Lan Hikari with his roller skates or whatever, roller blades. Even though there's not like a mechanic with that, which I think in a BN7, if Lan is the protagonist, or even if Hub is the protagonist, I think, like, imagine being able to do tricks and stuff, almost like Pokemon X and Y, or something like that. Like, add an actual gameplay element to the rollerblading than just it being an aesthetic thing. Anything under here? Interesting. I don't have a high jump yet. So I guess that's off limits for now, right? Unless... You know what you know what I think I missed in Bowser's Inside Story? Is the top-down puzzle exploration stuff with the bros. There was some of that with Bowser, but he was kind of limited in that way. And like the bros did get some pretty solid side-scrolling dungeons. But I think that's something that I kind of missed. Let's go. Got 3 chunks. Oh, nice. Oh, this is an easy one. Sick. Oh, not gonna work. Why did I miss them? I don't know. It just occurred to me as I, like, squashed Mario with my hammer. And I was just like, oh yeah, I kind of miss this kind of stuff in Bowser's. Because that is one element to RPGs that I think tends to get overlooked, is like the puzzling dungeon element. And I actually like that component much of the time. Granted, there are games in the genre that don't lean so heavily into that I don't mind it, but it's usually a plus in my mind, assuming it's executed well, of course. What's up, Windows guy? The final dungeon was I would say a pretty big step up in the dungeoning element. And I'm not trying to discredit Bowser's at all, because I do think it probably is currently #1 for me. I guess I'm just trying to like pinpoint and like figure out how to verbalize why it is that it didn't like leave as lasting of an impression as I expected, I guess. Well, I guess for one, I had played it before. For two, some of the gimmicks annoyed me, and so it's like, you know, I need to think on it more. Maybe I need to look back at some of my old, well, not old, but some of my footage from that playthrough, and like try to put myself back into the mindset of actually playing it. Yeah, I guess we'll knock this out, but there's a block over here, right? There it is. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bee. So we're lagging less and less. Them shaders are compiling. So this flips... Oops, not what I meant to do. Flips vertically. I guess we just do this again. Mario's legs got chopped off. Oh shit. We rotate this. Oh, I see. I don't know if that's actually what I wanted to do, though. I don't think so. Oh, well, that might work. No, maybe not. Yeah, because that's going to flip horizontally, so that's a problem. So, I need to put myself here. Desert's massive. Yeah, it seems like it. Only Mario Luigi game you played is Superstar Saga. No worries, man. I remember I grew up with Superstar Saga, and so that was a game that I played on and off quite a bit growing up. And I will say that the other games aren't particularly accessible, just in the systems that they're on, because aside from emulation, there's not really a great way to play these games. But I do think the rest of the series is worth exploring. Oh yeah, I guess because Superstar Saga is on Switch Online. That's a good point. Okay, this should work. Yeah, they gotta get DS games going on Switch Online, though. Heard Mario and Luigi may come back soon. I hope so. It's been a while. Even if it is just remasters or a collection or something. A new game would be nice, though. I'd probably prefer that. Mostly because I'm playing these emulated, so I have no issues with that. But I think for those who aren't capable or don't have hardware to emulate on, or just don't want to deal with it, which is understandable, I think these games should be made accessible. Which is why oftentimes I will advocate for remasters of games, even if I have no qualms with just playing them on an emulator. Because it's not necessarily for my sake. Oh, they sent out some surveys. Oh. About Mario and Luigi and other RPGs? Was this like an email or something like that? Because I'm curious if I could somehow gain access to that survey. I might look it up. But yeah, and then plus we got Thousand Year Door remake coming out, so that is promising for that series. Even though it has continued, it's just not really the same thing that it used to be. Oh, there's another pillow. Let me hit these blocks real quick. me just make sure I'm being thorough. This was blocked off. These were blocked off, I think, yeah. And then we'll circle back around. Yeah. Only played Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. Oh, the first one you had played was a Sticker Star. You think it gets overhated? Okay. That's fair. I haven't played Sticker Star personally. And I can't speak on Sticker Star like from my own experience, but I would guess that a lot of the distaste for it definitely stems from it just not being a turn-based RPG, as opposed to necessarily the game itself being bad, quote-unquote. I'm sure plenty of people don't like it because they don't think it's that great either, but I think a lot of that angst is just from old-school Paper Mario fans who want the game to go back to turn-based, what's it called? Like that traditional style of combat, I guess. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, prior to the streaming series, the only ones I had played were Superstar Saga and Bowser's. You think you should get Origami King or Thousand Year Door Remake? I cannot speak on Origami King. I would say I played the GameCube version of Thousand Year Door, and I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was very good. So I'd probably lean towards that, but I think Sticker Star came at a pretty bad... Yeah, it came out at a pretty bad time. Yeah, I would say so. It's kind of like the Metroid Prime Federation Force of that series. Although Sticker Star is not a spin-off, but it's like, you know, we hadn't had any Metroid or Metroid Prime or anything for 6 years, and the last project was Other M, which is not great. And then they dropped this spin-off shit, which I'm sure is fine if you take it at face value, but... Yeah, Super Paper Mario... Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it was kind of like a platforming RPG, though, I'd say. In the middle, I think? Nice. But Paper Mario is still RPG franchise. Yeah, I do wish that the Mario and Luigi, we would get more Mario and Luigi games, but it'll have to be a different team than Alpha Dream since they did shut down. Not huge on Super Paper Mario's story. That's a pretty unpopular take. I feel like that's usually what carries the game for people. Most recently, I wasn't super interested in it to like play it all the way through. Maybe I'll get back to it someday, or maybe I'll just watch a playthrough or something, but... It's the middle one, I think. Yeah. Oh, nice. Dodge 10. Only got that right since Mario RPG Remake sold really well. Yeah, I guess putting the Super Mario RPG team to work on more projects like that would make sense. Don't think they handled the sympathetic villain angle very well. Yeah, it's fair. I feel like that's kind of... It's kind of a risky angle to take. I felt that about certain villains. Final Fantasy XV's villain is one where, like, they retroactively... In, like, the DLC episodes, they tried to retroactively make him sympathetic, but I just didn't buy it, because, like... I don't know, it just wasn't handled well. So I can see that. Make up a title for the next Mario Luigi game. What angle have they not taken? They did time travel, they've done dream world stuff. They did anatomy. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, something chemistry related, or space or something. Yeah, I guess they did technically do shrinking, yeah. I was gonna say space, but, like, Thousand Year Door kind of did space already. Kind of. Or maybe, like, yeah, alternate universe. Yeah, that could work. Mario and Luigi in the Multiverse of Madness or some shit. No. What would you call it? I feel like the multiverse thing is so played out, though, but that's also part of the reason why I could see it happening. Yeah, Mario as a whole has kind of done space. Yeah, I guess Galaxy and stuff like that, that's true. I need to swap my badge out, though. Because I don't know that I want... Let's see where the high rolls are at. That's pretty good. You like Spider-Verse, but most multiverse stuff is exhausting fan service BS. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Spider-Verse is good. Although, like, once they do the third movie, I'm kind of like, okay, can we... Like, I'm not going to say that the Spider-Verse team wouldn't be better served working on something not multiverse-related, but for being a multiverse project, it's very good. Worked out well for Bowser to make him sympathetic. Right, but I feel like the tricky thing with sympathetic villains is, like, you can't just, like, you can't have them be a shithead for most of the game and then have them, like, the sympathy needs to be, like, it needs to be, like, integrated from the beginning to some extent. Where I find that that kind of thing fails is when they try to retroactively make you feel sympathetic. Where it's like, oh, this guy's been such a dirtbag to you and gotten in your way at every moment in a very negative way, even if they're enjoyable on screen or whatever. And later on it's like, oh, but they're doing these things because they were bullied as a kid or, like, whatever. There's evil guy with a bat. Yeah, exactly. When it feels like when their backstory is just kind of tacked on, it doesn't feel justified through their actions. I think Persona 5 is another game that comes to mind with some of its villains. But the way that game handles it is, like, a little bit different, because sometimes they don't try to make you feel sympathetic, and other times you're actually supposed to kind of revel in their defeat as opposed to pitying them. Character with grayness, not just something tragic happened and then, therefore I will be evil until... Yeah, right. Yeah. And then dumping that on the player in the 11th hour, right? And expecting you to feel bad. It's like, no, that's not how this works. And so, like, with Bowser's Inside Story, I feel like Bowser for one, because he's a playable character, but for two, like, Bowser's a known quantity, and so I think it's natural for players to want to root for him to an extent from the get-go. And that's why sometimes I think unapologetically evil villains can work so well still. I would prefer some Mortal Grayness, personally, but it's kind of hard to fuck up like a mustache twirling, like super evil guy that isn't trying to be sympathetic, you know? Don't feel like they made him sympathetic necessarily. Yeah, I feel that. They humanized him, gave him a little bit more depth, but yeah, I don't feel like they were like fishing for sympathy, I would say. Maybe at the end you feel a little bit bad that, you know, he didn't get what he wants, but he had that wholesome moment with the cake, so. Was someone of a jerk? Right, yeah, I think he's justified to feel the way that he did, but yeah. I almost fucked that up. It's going for Luigi. I keep forgetting to change this, though. I think... yeah, even though it's a waste of meter. I would rather burn this 30% and then start working towards a 50% heal. Because then maybe by the time I face this next boss, I'll have a 50% stocked, which would be nice. What are the high rolls? In BP and Stash. Nice. For some reason, I feel like it's easier to... well, I think the numbers are bigger on the roulette, so it's easier to kind of manipulate that. Whoops. Nice. Like sympathetic villains, but there wasn't this era where every time you mentioned anything about villains online, people would just spam stuff saying sympathetic are always better. Yeah, but then, oh, you know what a good example is, I guess? Well, I guess Disney does like the twist villain thing. There's been talk about how they do that too much. And it's just like, it's not necessarily a sympathetic thing, but it's another thing where it's like in the 11th hour, this character suddenly becomes the bad guy or like whatever. Turns out they were behind it all along, and it's like, it just feels very contrived. Wait a second. I think now that I cleared the rocks, I need to talk to... what's her name? I also missed this block on the right side. Like how villains are just jerks for being jerks. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying too, is like, I think sometimes just having a villain be pure evil can work sometimes. Pay me. Holy shit. She said 19. I feel like there would be 20 rocks, if anything. So maybe I need to do another run through. Favorite thing is when you have a bit of both. Yeah, I would agree. Like Spider-Verse. Yeah, I guess that's yeah, that's fair. Yeah. The big thing is that it just doesn't feel forced. Like, did I miss any rocks? Oh, I did miss a bean. Also, I think this area just to the north of me I need to check out. The takeaway is just write good characters. Yeah, I think that's the yeah. Because either angle can work and you can mix the two together, but at the end of the day, it's just like a well-written character is a well-written character. Let's see what the deal is with this stuff. What about to the left? Yeah, it doesn't do shit. Oh, I see. Wait a second. So if I reverse it... If I reverse this, I think I end up going to the left, yeah. That's what it looks like. I missed a bean, god damn it. Well, at least I can stop here. What does she say about flipping these, though? Can I... Do I think a Mario and Peach breakup story would work well? I don't know. It's tricky because, like, relationships are complicated, even fictional ones. Or it needs to be, like, something you buy into, and I feel like... Yeah, are they even together? That's a good point. But it's also, like, are they an actual item? But the thing is, Mario is such... Maybe that would be a good excuse to actually write Mario as an actual character, but at that point, I feel like if you're going to try to do a breakup story, I don't know if that would be something that Nintendo would go for. Like, I don't know if it fits, per se. People would meme the hell out of it, even if it was really good. I mean... I'm just trying to think of, like, what kind of inciting incident would there be for Peach to, like, be mad at Mario, aside from, like, something that later on is revealed to be her being possessed or something. I feel like that would be the angle that would be most likely if something like that were to be implemented. I don't think there's any more rocks to break. And there's apparently 2 more pillows to find. Yeah, there could be a misunderstanding thing. He's being pushy in the relationship or something. Like that one scene in Odyssey where she rejects both him and Bowser because he got competitive. Perhaps. I guess that just centers it. What in the hell? Is there something I'm missing? People will get annoyed because it'd be very easy to see this as a returning to the status quo type thing, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that, like, Peach is being too bossy. And yeah, and Mario gets fed up and he's like, rescue yourself, bitch. See, because when I started thinking about this, I started thinking about things that, like, are not age appropriate. That could be funny or maybe work. But I just don't know. You'd have to make it very lighthearted. It couldn't be too heavy, for sure. Could be bored as hell, yeah. Right, exactly what I was getting at before too. It's like, unless they were secretly being mind controlled or it was an imposter or something. All Mega Man Battle Network 5, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but in Battle Network 5, there's an arc where Mega Man and either Number Man or Search Man, depending on which version you're playing, think that the other is evil because there are these imposters that are popping up now and then. It's not a very good arc narratively. Like, it's kind of dumb, but that's like kind of my feelings on that type of story in general. I'm very confused as to what I'm supposed to do here. You only ask because you're making a Mario fanfic with this idea. I think it's an interesting concept. I feel like, yeah, in order to keep it tone appropriate, or like in a tone that's fitting, you would kind of have to have there be some kind of twist to it, I guess. Flipping panels. Oh! Okay, so I've been wandering around in circles for no reason. I see. But if it's a fanfic, go nuts. Yeah, yeah. Now, I was thinking the same thing. Like, official release-wise, I was, like, racking my brain about it. I see, we need to flip this back. So now we're looking for more switches. Because there's that one that's blocked off because of the mound. But this one we can flip over. Depending on how this ends up looking. Oh, I wonder, it's probably just gonna stop me, but... Oh no, it didn't. Wow, okay. I think I've already gotten the blocks over here, but... Has a T rating, but you want to keep the charm. No, I feel that, I feel that. And I guess there's the 20th rock. Oh, cool, we got like a little speed booster here. We'll have to flip it around to use it. Oh, so this is gonna launch. Ah! And there's the last attack piece. Oh shit. Mr. Rock. I guess there's more than 20 then. Probably 25. Brand new bros attack. What we got? Fireballs. Nice. But only for Luigi. Beep, 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 beep. I'm gonna have to turn around anyhow. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I missed it again, damn it. We can just reverse here. Yeah, I actually do want to stop. Check this corner out. I wish I didn't run around in circles for, like, longer than I needed to. Can I hit the enemies with this? No. Oh, shit. Oh, I need to hit it on the other side, I see. Okay, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna remap the, some of these buttons and the touchscreen and stuff like that. Kind of looking forward to that. Try this. Desert's still massive as hell, yeah. Yeah, most deserts are, for sure. And I mean, we've got like a nice mode of transportation to keep things fresh. Got some rocks on this side. I think I need to take the full loop. Defense beam. Pretty sure. Okay, it's parked over here. Did I hit this block yet? No. Alright, so I think I need to ride this around. There's a desert in Canada that's only 1 square mile. Interesting, but I guess it meets the criteria of being a desert. Okay, so does this... Will this let me go left? No. Oh, I just reverse here, duh. Nice. 2 more pillows. Just finish fighting twin ogres. A griffin, giant golem, and cyclops back to back. Holy shit. Sounds pretty epic, dude. Sounds like a fun project, Sammy. Best of luck. I don't want all of these streams to be super long, but I think we're approaching the end of this arc at least. You can't. That sounds stressful though. But it sounds like hype as hell at the same time. I probably need to like actually watch some Dragon's Dogma gameplay to like get context, because I've heard about the shit that you can do, like climbing up on monsters' backs and stuff, but I've not really seen it in action. Secret box. Embarrassing picture of SpongeBob at the Christmas party. That's all I can think of. Yeah, this definitely seems like it's a longer game, yeah. Did just go exploring. That's wild. Structure simulated BIS. Real world then dream world segment. Okay. So I guess we'll have a real world boss. Let's see, there's a nightmare chunk over here. We'll have a real world boss, and then there'll be a dream sequence following that, kind of similar to Mush Rise. Middle, I think. I kind of want to run from some of these encounters. The combat's fun, I'm just like, because I'm wanting to wrap it up somewhat soon. It actually does look quite good. I'm pretty impressed, because this is not even using an HD texture pack or anything like that. It's just straight up upscaled. And I'm kind of impressed at how it looks. Underleveling's an issue. I doubt it. So I'm down to speed things up a little bit by ignoring some of these encounters. Shoo-ba-da-beep-ba-dee-doo. Dee-ba-da-ba-dum. Do you have any experience with the hard mode in this game? I'm assuming it's more or less just inflated stats, which honestly wouldn't be the worst thing ever. But I'm just wondering. I mean, would there be something down here? No. I at least know that I got as far as using the tornado. So I bet we hit that next time, probably. Or at the end of this area, maybe. No, it probably is the next arc, actually. Just inflated stats and some of the attacks are harder to perform. Sounds pretty solid to me, though, because then... Yeah, I mean... That is true, without, like, basically building a whole nother game mechanically and stuff, but I feel like mechanically this game is interesting enough with like the variety of different dodging and enemy attacks and whatnot that just inflating stats might actually be enough. That's kind of how I feel about the Thousand Year Door as well. And Paper Mario 64 to an extent too. Because I mean, like, yeah, health pools being low in those games is kind of to their benefit, so the combat isn't super tedious. But I think the bosses... I think if the bosses in Thousand Year Door had, like, twice as much health, except for the final boss, obviously, it would have been a lot better, I think. Makes dodging more punishing if you screw up, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Supercharged like a final boss hard mode when, yeah. I don't know about that one. I mean, if anything, it would just be like, you get one shot if you get hit by her swinging arms, which means that you need to actually learn how to dodge it 100% of the time, which would be, like, kind of nuts. Oh, I missed a fucking bean. Damn it. I think I had mentioned that earlier, and then I never went back to get it. Every term you get time bump to 1 HP. Yeah, that would be definitely something. What's up, Alex? I need to reverse. Well, I guess I don't... it's probably faster to just ride it out this way, right? Oh, never mind. This is the dead end. Shit. Boss is very soon. I'm guessing we just need to turn in our work to, what's her name? Tell her we cleared all the rocks. All good, man. It's an exhausting... It can be an exhausting world out there, so I feel ya. I'm guessing she gives us the last pillow. Oh, or... Yeah, that one. That makes sense. Oh, and then he's gonna drill this area open over here, I would guess. Oh, I need to flip. Yeah. Need to flip the panel over. Stop this. I do want to make a save. Yeah. I should be saving more frequently, considering it lets me do that. But once I map that to an actual button, I'll be more willing to do it frequently. I won't forget as easily. Oh, I probably need to, like, hit it with the drill, right? Nice. Oh, there's more rocks. Oh, shit. Before we press on, let's check this out. Any blocks? We got a bean. Yeah, I guess I might as well just do this. I'm hoping there's a pillow... Like, I'm hoping that it tracks what pillows you're missing from each area eventually, at the very least. But I think for now, it's like I haven't missed one yet. I don't know if that'll go for every single one of them, but... Most of these tend to be pretty short, thankfully. Alright, undrill yourself now. Lit. Oh, you think it does it if you talk to the old guy or maybe in the pause menu? Okay, cool. Because that'll make things... Because they're not marked on the map... Well, maybe if you enter one and then exit, maybe it gets marked on the map, but... That makes me think there must be a counter somewhere. Because there's been trackers for the number of beans in each area in previous games, so... That would seem like a weird oversight to come into play like 4 games in. Beep 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 beep. Oh yeah, and there was something up here too. 2 things actually. There's a bean, yep. And a block. Beep 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 beep. Hop on. See, this is the kind of minigame I can actually get behind. Again, not that the Bowser's minigames were all, like, bad or anything. It's just, like... Some of the recurring ones just kind of got on my nerves, I guess. But I like this because it's kind of baked into what you've been doing the entire dungeon, so to speak. So we don't fight that guy just yet. Yeah, I'm assuming this takes us all the way back, yeah. Beep 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 beep. Smells like garlic. Wario? No. Dude, I'm still waiting for Wario and Waluigi Whooperstar Waga, though. What's the prefix for good in Japanese? Like, you have wa for bad? Like, wa Mario, bad Mario? Is there something we could put for Bowser to be good Bowser? So we hop on these. Where's my cursor? The fuck? Yeah, I wasn't sure how far I needed to fling myself. Oh, I see. Yeet. He literally goes yeet. Oh wait, the other way. Ah, that's fun. Oh wait, Luigi, no. Uh-oh. I can't move midair either, which is unfortunate. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's no blocks. I feel like they wouldn't do that. Shit, I was too scared to get into an encounter. Yeah, I do want to explore this room, though, because there's definitely something up top. And I bet... Yeah, I knew it. $50 coins, not bad. This game's economy seems kind of tight, so I'll take all the coins I can get. I don't think there's anything over to the right. There is going to be something probably in this alcove under here, though, yeah. Lit. Mario and Waluigi RPG sounds like a trip. I, like, kind of genuinely want that. I'm not even the biggest fan of Wario and Waluigi, but something about those characters in this style I think would be cool. Well, maybe even if they... Oh, what if a new Mario and Luigi RPG has Wario and Waluigi be the antagonists? Because it's always focused on Bowser. Which, like, yeah, it's Bowser, but, like... What if it was, like, kind of a rival thing? Like a rivalry. And they could actually give Wario and Waluigi dialogue, maybe? Maybe it would be fun to hear them mumble in fake Italian as well, but... It would be kind of fun to actually have them have dialogue. And maybe you could even tie that into the multiverse kind of thing that we had going earlier, where it's like, what if the way I don't know, maybe this is dumb, but like maybe the way that Mario and Luigi run into Wario and Waluigi is through an alternate universe or something. So they're like alternate versions of Mario and Luigi. And so there's some MacGuffin that you have to go and collect before Wario and Waluigi can get it first. I don't know, something like that. Or at the very least, there being some kind of race to whatever magical artifact they're going after. I mean, shit, you could even do it Bowser's Inside Story style and have segments where you play as Wario and Waluigi. Oh god, there's such a good joke that I want to say, but it would spoil a very narrative-focused game, so I don't want to do that, but... God, that's so funny. I'll just say The Last of Us Part 2. That's all I'll say. Came to mind. I'm the forewoman. Gonna buy me an island. Oh god, what does this remind me of? Gonna get myself a woman. What is that? What's that from? Oh, it's Strong Bad. That's Strong Bad. Shout out to Homestar Runner. That shit's hilarious. Right? Strong Bad has an email episode where he's like, going to get myself a woman. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Or whatever. The email. Gotta check the email. Shit's great. Oh shit. How am I supposed to tell who he's going for though? I guess we'll use this. Early. On fort. Not terrible, though. So I guess we just spam. It's like the tried and true here. I like the little... Oh, wait, no, it's different. You don't spam, I see. Okay. I tried to jump, I was a little late. Solid damage. I feel like I should use a nut. Because unfortunately I didn't get that 50% badge charged up. Oh. That's kind of neat. Okay. A little perspective changing. And see, like, the 3DS does enhance these kinds of mechanics in some sense, but it's one of those gimmicks that I think stands the test of time. Not the gimmick itself, but building around it. Because these games are totally playable without the 3D. It's like the 3D is just kind of an additive thing. As opposed, and you can somewhat build around it with the foreground, background stuff, and better depth perception and whatnot, but it's not necessary. Which makes it something that I don't mind that it was a thing. Although I guess you could argue that such a thing should be made necessary, or something like that. Like, if you're gonna have a gimmick, then, like, you should actually build around it in a meaningful way. Hence, partially, the reason why the Wii U failed, or a reason why the Wii U failed, was their failure to actually justify the gamepad thoroughly, even if it could be used in useful ways. It's like, you don't need a map on the second screen. You could just have it be a menu item, but it is nice and convenient having it there. Sure, it made those games a lot easier to port to Switch, though. Oh shit. Really, really, really early. She's a regular. Not terrible. Uh-oh. This again. See, this one's kind of annoying because I can't, like, retaliate. Nor do I care about losing coins. Down to use one of these, get Mario to full. See if I can get a better fire flower going here. Missed one. Missed two. Okay. Oh, nice, so we can jump on him now, sick. I will say the badge meter does fill up very slowly. Which is probably for the best considering you can store charges, but... Wait, is this the first game to have offensive items like this? Grants dodge immunity, does who knows what. Okay, so it doesn't work on bosses, I guess. I second guessed myself. For some reason I was thinking like, oh, he could go for Luigi, but no. Now he's going for Luigi. Yep. Ugh. I'd almost rather just get hit by it than have to do this. Not because this isn't like a fun little thing, but it's like, I don't know. This particular chase feels like it just is padding out the runtime of the boss a little bit. Oops. Nice. Luigi, I think? Yeah. And this fight's taking kind of a while. I like having to keep track of two different scenarios at once, so it's kind of fun. Got our healing charge. I should probably be using more of my BP, because I might as well, right? Oh, I thought that was gonna be early. Thankfully not. I'm pretty hungry though. That was unfortunate. He's gotta be close to dead, right? I think that's Mario. Nice. I guess going for a second healing charge is not the worst thing ever. In fact, it's probably the best one to just go for generally. Like, I could use my damage one, but I feel like this late in the fight it's kind of a waste. Right, yeah. That's a good point. Luigi. We're in red shell him. The badge points are kind of distracting. I just need to ignore them early. 37's really good, though, compared to... There we go. Nice. Coin boots. I feel like I'm definitely under-leveled, at least slightly, but that's fine. At least compared to, like, what would be expected, I guess. Get this above 30. Hey, little pseudo Michael Jackson there. Emphasis on the wrong he, though. He was level 13, okay. So yeah, probably... It's hard to tell in like a party-based RPG what the expected level is. Like a lot of people will say like you should have your party at the same level as the boss, or like that's the expected. But it's also like in a lot of instances it's either 2 against 1 or 3 or 4 against 1. So I feel like it does balance out at times. But I would assume in a game like this, if I were to fight and defeat like every enemy I came across, I'd probably be around level 13. Maybe I'd probably be a higher level than that even, but maybe not. Maybe not. I ain't dead. Just an indicator because the levels are pretty arbitrary for bosses otherwise. That's fair. Yeah, especially in a game where your defense is theoretically unlimited. Oh, that theme is a dramatic... It sounds dramatic, but it's always used for comic relief. What's the deal with this? I'm guessing we're gonna get high jump or something. Yeah, probably. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Is this next segment pretty long? Because I might just call it here. I'm wondering... A room over is probably a good stopping point. Okay. Let me... Oh, I was gonna check. One last cutscene before the next one, okay. Let's go ahead and make a save. I think I just did save, but... No, I didn't. We'll watch this cutscene to wrap things up. Bum, 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 bum. There's nothing here. What's going on? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. But they literally just showed up to gloat. They know how to make an exit. Fair. It just popped in to say, haha, losers. Neener, neener, neener. A dream point. So Luigi can rest on here? Oh, I see. Okay. Nice. Good stopping point. I am very hungry. A little bit of lag. Almost adds to the drama, though. It kind of like a chels into it. Cool, good stopping point. Next time we will do whatever the next arc is. I think it's the beach, from what I understand.